Okay, I've got some colored mini bell peppers kind of growing in here. I got to separate them out. That's going to be a job. And the garden is not perfect, obviously. I'm just a suburbs girl. You can see these are gourds. It's hard to see right here, but they have climbed and climbed and grown and climbed. This out here, everything's a little messy right now. I just started some wax, golden wax bush beans. Got my little chair because I got worn out the other day when I was digging around in the garden. This was the potato patch. It's going to be where a lot of those bell peppers go because there's not a whole lot of pests that want to eat peppers. So they don't have to be inside of our little fortress over here. Our fortress of solitude, shall we say. So I am cool with planting those over here, but I've got to do some more work and lay down some more of that black weed paper, because I'm telling you, if you don't do that, like when we got sick with COVID, it was just pulling weeds for 2 weeks. And I'm talking thick weeds because we live in Louisiana, let's face it. Weeds grow here. I mean, that's the one thing we grow for sure. Besides mud bugs, we grow weeds. See, I've got my... I got some of my gourds and pantyhose, and I mentioned before on posts that it helps deter a little bit the pests. There were some teeny tiny little caterpillars that you can see they've reaped a little havoc on my gourds, but I discovered they can't penetrate it, so it's not that big a deal. It's just going to add character later if you want to sand and stain them when you make your birdhouses with these. But also, this one is heavy, and you can't really tell. The photos don't do it justice, but this thing is as heavy as a small baby. I mean, it is extremely heavy. And I have this reinforced. You can't tell, but I have this reinforced with aluminum wire, very, very thick bamboo poles. My dad has bamboo that has overtaken his yard, so that is my source, endless source of bamboo. But it is still... They're so heavy. They're trying to pull it down. It's kind of hard to tell. But anyway. So, and then I've got some butternut over here that are just kind of going crazy. Everything over here is just bonkers. It was... There's another butternut. There's another butternut. This was supposed to be our sunflower area right in this corner here. And the sunflowers didn't do well. And a lot of times I'll take my plants, my seedlings that I put in my potting soil, and I'll just take the seedlings and the roots out. Be real gentle if you do that. I mean, extremely gentle. Otherwise, you're going to damage your seedlings, and all that work you put into growing them from seed will be for nothing. Which, growing them from seed for me has been such a money saver. Even though it's not a time saver, it's still fun to watch them grow from seed and go, hey, I did that. That's so cool. So I reuse my potting soil, to get back to my point. So I did that, and we had some sunflower seeds. And when they started growing, the sunflower seeds in the little pots with my recycled dirt, 2 plants came up. And one was a butternut, and one was birdhouse gourds. And as you can see, 2 plants have taken over this whole entire thing. 2 plants. That's it. 2. So you can see sometimes you can work really hard and try and things don't do what you want. And then sometimes God says, hey, you forgot 2 seeds, and they just go crazy, and he takes care of it himself. So you see, gardening is trial and error, and sometimes you just get happy surprises. And that's what I love about it. I love it. I just love that. It's so cool. God is cool, and he just shows you what he can do, and he shows out.